It's time to start.
Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to Dallas, Texas and USA Bowl for the Roto Grip Sport Challenge. Youth Bowling League here at USA Bowl in Dallas, Texas. We've had, I think, just over 40 competitors in qualifying. We take the top 8 and they bowl a match play bracket. 1 bowls 8. 2 bowls 7, 3 bowls 6, 4 bowls 5. So we've got the top 8 qualifiers here. They'll be bowling each other in a 1-game single elimination match. So here on 35-36, we've got Logan versus Keegan. Logan was number 1 seed, Keegan number 8. Got Brady versus Matthew. Brady was number 4, Matthew's number 5. On 37-38, we got Gannon versus Jackson. Gannon was number 3. Jackson should be number 7. And Nash versus Leonardo, rounding out our bracket play. So we've got Nash taking his first shot here on 37. They're playing a long pattern. These are all sport patterns. This is the same pattern that they bowled on in qualifying, in their 3 games of qualifying. But these are unused lanes, so this is fresh. And Nash leaving an open in his first. They got no practice. This is just walk up to a fresh pair of lanes and get it figured out. There we go. Brady on 36. Playing a little inside. Playing a little crossover. And he leaves a 5-9. Gannon with a 1-3-6. Jackson right in the pocket there. Ooh, leaves ring 10. All right. And Matthew picking up his spare, filling the frames. Brady shooting his spare. Gets them both. Fills his first frame. Gannon shooting at his spare and wraps the 6. Jackson shooting at his 10-pin, covers it easily. Keegan with the first strike out of all the competitors here so far. So he went from his open to a strike. There we go. So these kids making the adjustments, getting the lanes figured out. Logan, the number 1 qualifier. I believe, sole lefty out of this bunch here, so he'll have that left side of the lane all to himself. Matthew can't carry the 10 with a messenger. And Brady stepping up on 36. Phase 2 in his hand. And he leaves a 10-pin. And Leo shooting at what Gannon just left here. Let's see if he can pick it up. That looks pretty... Oh, and he leaves a 6-pin too. And 36, looks like a little mechanical issue there. 10-pin fell over all by itself. Some places that's a feature when the pins fall down by themselves. But in competition, we've got to get that reset. So we'll get that respotted. Here we got Gannon on 37, shooting at the 3rd frame here. That looks like a good shot. A little light for a 4-7. Jackson shooting at the bucket on 38. And he will pick that up. And Gannon making a little adjustment. Smooth style. He's going to hold. Oh, yep. Gets the 4-7. So, yeah, just to take note, this is Halloween today, so the kids are encouraged to wear a costume. We had several good ones in qualifying. We got Where's Waldo made it into the match play round. And we've got Brady dressed up as Garrett Andrus. Garrett's usually at league here today. Couldn't make it today, so Brady said, well, I'll come dressed as Garrett. So he's got Garrett on his back. Brady shooting at his 10 pin and clobbers it. Good cover. And now our left pair can start their third frame. Right pair is just finishing theirs. It's a pretty tight race here so far. Jackson looks like he is getting it figured out. Nothing but marks for him. It's a good sign on these challenging sport conditions. You're not always going to strike. This is much more difficult than what you'll find a typical house shot when you just go do open bowling. It's a relatively easy pattern usually. These are competition conditions, so accuracy is at a premium. And you really got to be spot on with your game, strikes and spares. So like I was saying, the kids are, all they know about the pattern is that it's long. So probably over 40 feet, could be anywhere between 42 or 48. Probably between there somewhere. All right. Brady finds the pocket there. Made a little adjustment from his previous shot. He's 8 spare, 9 spare strike. And again, these athletes are competing against, if you look at the score, tripping out the 9. Look at that. Power player Matthew there. Taking out the 9 pin with the messenger. So if you look at the scores, they're competing against the person who is across from them. So Logan and Keegan are going against each other. Brady and Matthew going against each other. Gannon and Jackson. And looks like our camera 2 froze up on us there. We'll get a little refresh. There we go. And Nash and Leo are competing against each other. And then the winner of those will face the winner in the next bracket. All right, Leo on 38, right in the pocket there. All right, so these guys are getting this figured out. Leo, the lone lefty, on a double, got 7. And it looks like it's going to work. Good shot. He fills his 4th frame. And looks like, I think the 10 pin moved on Keegan there, so they've got to reset that 10 pin on 35. And Nash, also known as Waldo today, gets the light shot, trips out the 7 out of the 7-10, so he'll just have a 7 pin to shoot at, marked it as an 8. And they can fix that. All those on a strike, so this doesn't matter. It'll read it the next time. Let's see if that scores him okay. Yeah, so that'll be the same. All right, Keegan's got his 10 pin up here. He's on a 9 spare, and he'll get that 10 pin. Laser. He was struggling with some 10 pins in his last qualifying match. So he's back on track, picking up those 10 pins. And Brady on 36. Going to phase 2, out to 10. That came in a little bit high on him. Leaves him with a 4-7. Matthew working on a strike as well. And he comes in high too. It's 3-6-10. Brady wraps the 4 around the 7. Leaves him an open for 67 in the 4th. And Matthew can pick this up and close close that lead down. And he's got that. Good shot, good spare. So Matthew could potentially be in the lead by 1 there. Keegan getting a light mixer. And Logan on 35. Good shot. Right in the pocket. And Gannon gonna take a shot at the 3-6. He's on 3-0, 2 splits, 3 opens in a row here, so spare would help him. And he's gonna get that. Brady making an adjustment on 35, a little bit too much, comes in light. And Matthew crossing over, leaving a 10 pin. And Brady shooting at the 1-2. He's got that. Nash with a good strike there on 37. Leo in the pocket. Can't quite kick out the 10 there. It's close. All right, Keegan with a strike on 35. That'll be 2 in a row for him. Matthew picking up his 10 pin. And Logan Frischman, the leader in qualifying, on 36. Coming in light, leaving a split. And a 3-6-7. And we got another split from Jackson. That's his second split. He made his last one. Let's see if he can make this one. Gannon on 38. Coming in a little bit high, tripping out the 4 pin. And Matthew leaving a, holy cow, a 7-8-9. Yeah, we gotta take another look at that. Wow. You don't see that a lot. Takes a lot of power to get the ball through the pins and take out just the 8. Oh, there he goes. He got one. All right, Brady a little bit outside again. So leaving the 1-2 again. So you could probably move a little bit right. He's playing pretty deep inside for a long pattern. And got a little deadwood clear on lane 38. Leo's going to take his shot there. Comes in high, 3-6-10. Brady at the 1-2. That's got a hold for him. Yep, there you go. So that'll give him just a slight lead over Matthew. And Keegan's on a double, so he can close it up on Logan here, depending on how this shot goes. It looks a little outside and leaves a little 10 pin. So Logan on an open. Mark here would help him out. And, oh, that looked pretty good. He split again, though. The 3-7. It'll be tough to convert. And Keegan getting his second 10 pin of the match. Looking good. Spare City right there. Gannon on 37. Pulls a little bit and crosses over, but can't hit the head pin. Jackson sparing after an open. So that'll hand Keegan the lead in that match. Matthew coming in high, leaving a 6. Brady taking his shot. That's going to cross over and crumble him down. He's happy. He knows he got away with one there. And Leo taking his shot, coming in light. Matthew whiffs the 6. That's 2 opens in a row. Keegan in the pockets. Power player tripping out that, not sure what it was, tripping out the 2-4. He's living right there. Man, Nash in the pocket. Little light, can't carry the 10. See what Leo's shooting at here. Left 6. 1, 2. Got the 2 and the 10 out of the 1, 2, 8, 10. Right, so Logan needs this mark here to really stay in it. All right, Matthew crossing over, giving Brady a little what for there. So they're both on the crossover train. Gannon light. 1, 2, 4, 10. All right. So Logan getting a mark. Keeping the heat on. Gannon shooting at his spare, picking it up. Brady, that's a better look. Right in the pocket. So I think he moved right, probably about 5. Realized he was running out of, his ball's running out of energy there. If it went across the lane enough to get to the pocket. So move right a little bit straighter. Let that ball store some energy up. Talking about ball energy, here's Keegan going high. Tripping the 6 out of the 3-6-10. Making his life a little more difficult. Giving Logan some hope here. A spare here will maybe virtually lock it up. And he bounced a little bit and got it. All right, so he's 167 in the 9th. Jackson can't quite convert his split, and he will end up with 187. That's going to be good enough to best Gannon, who finishes with a 137. Matthew also in the pocket there. So Matthew and Brady going head-to-head here. And Leo taking his first shot in the 10th, leaving a 5, tripping out the 10. On the 10-5, Logan opening. That's going to be it for him. And we've got Nash with a 119, and Leo is already ahead of that. Going to need the score correction. Brady looking to keep the heat on. That's going to be, yeah, a little light. It's going to leave a 10-pin for him. Brady shooting at his 10-pin, and he will pick that up. That's going to help him out. Keeping the heat on Matthew. They're both on a double here. So Keegan starting his 10th frame. He will 85. Yeah, just some count here and he'll move on. He knows it. So 187 and yeah, and that will be enough to finish ahead of Logan, knocking out the number 1 seed. And that's how bowling goes. You know, they qualified on one pair and you move to a brand new pair. There's no practice. You don't get to break down the pattern at all. You just jump on in your first frame. Oh, Logan converting his spare there. Good shot. So you just jump on your pair and start competing, and you've got to figure it out quick. And as the title of the book goes, whoever figures it out first wins. Leo getting his 510 there. He's already got the match in the bag. So the only match left to decide here is Brady and Matthew. They're still bowling. Brady, is he going to go first? Okay, he's going to step up in 10th here for his first shot. He struck on this lane before. That's got some hope there. That's right in the pocket. Great shot. That's going to put him at 184 right now. And Matthew also right there in the pocket. So Brady can strike out for 204. That's got to hold a little bit. He's got it. Looking good. And Matthew with his strike there. And Brady coming in light, leaving the 8-pin. And he'll finish with 203. And Matthew can finish for strike here will be 190. So that wraps it up. Brady with a big 10th frame there. A double 9 for 203. Which I believe that led the high score in the first round there. So Keegan is a U15 bowler. You've probably seen him if you watched the Junior Gold show in 2018. He was on there when Junior Gold was here in Dallas in 2018 at the ITRC. He was on the TV show, bowling in the top 3. He bowls out of the Colleen area, I believe. In the U12 division, Keegan's now U15, as well as Brady. Brady's U15 as well now. This is his first year in U15. This is his second year in U15. Brady was also on the TV show last year, 2019, the last time they had Junior Gold in Detroit at Thunder Bowl, and he finished 3rd, losing his first match on the TV show there. So we got 2 U12 TV stars trying to show the older kids how it's done here. I'll tell you what, Jackson's showing us how it's done, tripping out a 5-7 on his first shot. As Keegan and Brady are going to bowl each other here. We got the battle of the U15s and on the left pair and U18s on the right. So we got Leo stepping up on 39 for his first shot. We're going to do some simultaneous shots here. And that's going to be light and a little bit outside. But Jackson takes care of his pin deck there, knocking them all down. Brady left himself a 1-2-4-10. Not the easiest thing you want to shoot at. Makeable, but not easy. And he's going to have to bounce something around for that. Yeah, he just got 3 there. So I think these guys are going to bowl this PBA style now. Where they'll each take, shoot 2 frames, alternate back and forth. And they're going to play the crossover there. All right, crosses over, leaving a 6 pin. And Leo shooting at his spare, and he picks that up. And Brady shooting at his 6 pin. He makes that. Jackson right in the pocket there for a double for him. He'll move on to his 3rd frame, and Keegan starting his 2nd frame. It looks like he's got a pretty good look. See how this lane's treating him there. It looks like a pretty good shot right in the pocket there. So he's playing straight up about 5 or so. Letting the ball feed back in. Whoa. Jackson with a strike there. Tripped out a 4-6, it looked like. So the winner of these 2 matches will face each other in the finals. Egan a little bit inside there, leaving a 3-6. Knocks out the 10 with a messenger there. And Leo crossing over with a 5-9. And Keegan continuing his spare shooting extravaganza. Picking up his spare. Brady on 36. That looks pretty good. 10 back right there. And Brady taking a shot on the left lane, playing way inside, trying to play that fallback. I don't know how that's going to work. He leaves a bucket. And we got Jackson working on a turkey here. He's got 3 in a row. Starting his 4th frame, and he stays perfect. 4 in a row right there. And Brady misses the 5 pin off the bucket there. So it'll be an open in his 4th frame. And Keegan will step up, and he's working on a spare. And that was looked like right over 7. So he's got a little bit of miss room inside. He's looking good. And Jackson missing a little bit outside. Leaving a 3-4-5. 2-4-5. I'll end his strike extravaganza at 4. And Keegan is all lined up here. That's a double for him. And Jackson will miss the 4 pin there. So Brady's been good on this lane, 36. Let's see if he can try and stay in the hunt here. Takes his shot. That's going to be wide. Leaving a 1-2-4. Leo on 37, working on a strike in his 5th frame. And he goes 1-2-10. And Brady taking his spare shot. He needed that, and he got it. Leo trying to make his spare in the 5th. Gonna have to slide that head pin over. Oh, almost. Can't knock the 10 pin out. And Brady on his spare, working on his spare on 35. And that is also going to be light, and he leaves the same thing. Leo starting his 6th frame on 37. That's going to go a little bit high and leave a 3 pin for him. And Brady makes it again. It's an expert 1-2-4 spare shooter. Leo shooting at his single pin, and he's going to miss it a little bit to the right. That brings up Keegan, who's working on a double and really kind of closed the door here. Yep. So that's 3 in a row. So looks like he's got a good line here. So you can see different ways to play the lane. Keegan is kind of straight up the 5 board. Brady's playing quite a bit further inside. Ball speed explains that a little bit. Keegan's obviously a lot faster with the ball speed. So he can play a lot straighter. Brady's a little bit slower. So he needs a little more angle to keep the ball in the oil and get it down the lane. He might be playing a little bit too far inside. And I think that looks like that ball's just running out of energy and is not continuing through the pins the right way. And Jackson tripping out the 10 pin. We get a little replay on that one. Just tripping that out late. And Brady taking his shot. And it's a little high. It's closer. So he just has to pick up a 7 pin here. It's not a 1-2-4 though, so that's good news. And that looks like a good shot. So he gets his spare. That'll put him at 103. So he's still over 30 pins back. So a strike here would help him a lot, as he is just starting the 8th frame here. And Leo's on a double now in his 8th frame. And Jackson is also on a strike starting his 8th frame. And yeah, Brady just needs to move a little bit to the right there. So he splits 6. And he is going to have to make this to have any hope to move on. And he's going to need a little help from Keegan as well. So he's taking a shot at it. Oh, and he makes it. And Jackson right in the pocket, tripping the 10 pin out. See Brady shooting at his 3, 6, 7, 10. Just like how you want to see it. And Keegan with a strike there. So he is shutting the door on Brady. He's about 40 pins down with 2 frames left. So and Leo shooting at the right rail on 38. Keegan on 35. That's going to carry for him. And that's pretty much going to do it. And Leo picks up his spare in the 9th frame. Although that match looks like it's going to be over as well. So it looks like we're going to have Jackson and Keegan advance to the final. And Brady can't trip out the head pin there. Leo getting a strike, his first shot in the 10th. And it scored, scored Brady as an 8. So he wants that pin. There, change that to 9. And he'll shoot at the head pin for a second time. You got to hit the pin closest to you. There we go. And he will finish up his 10th frame so he can strike out for 188. Leo taking his second shot in the 10th, and he can strike out for 191. And Brady crossing over. All right, Keegan enjoying this match here. Feels good when you're lined up, when you're knocking them down. And, yep, Keegan knew that one right off his hand. And Jackson finishing up his game. And he will advance to play Keegan. Oh, yeah, Brady with a little better shot there. Left a 4-pin. So he'll finish with 164. Keegan is going to step on him with a 230 something here. 238. There we go. All right. So Keegan and Jackson advancing. So we'll find out what pair that they're going to use for the final match. We'll move our camera. And we will be right back.
It's time to start.
All right, and we're back. We're on the right pair, 37-38. Jackson's already finished his first frame. Keegan just finished his first frame. Jackson with a strike. Keegan 9 spare. So Keegan starting his second frame here, playing up the right side, and that's a good look for him. He's a little bit more outside than he was on the left pair. His first shot on 37 went a little bit high, so he moved just a little bit to the outside, it looked like, from back here. And that was right in the pocket over there on 38. And Jackson, his second frame. Playing just inside of Keegan, and that carried down just a little bit too far. And he got 6. 1, 2, 4, 8. And Jackson leaves the 4-pin. That'll be an open for him. And he'll start his third frame on the right lane. He's playing up 5 there, right in the light pocket. Can't carry the 7. And he picks up his 7-pin. So we'll see if Keegan makes his adjustment here on 37. That's excellent shot. Keegan starting his 4th frame on the right lane. Struck on this previously. Let's see, hit that one red a little bit early. Goes to the nose. He leaves a 3-10. Baby split. Let's see if he can get this conversion here. So he's on a double. Little backup, just misses the 3-pin. So that's an open in the 4th. So he spare strike, open for 76 in the 4th. And Jackson's in the 40s in the 3rd right now. We'll see how this shot goes. And it's going to go long again for him. And he got 7. 1, 2, 4. And he picks it up. Good spare. So he'll go over to the right lane. he can pull within 9 pins with a strike here. That one read a little early. He leaves a 1-3. And we might be seeing the right side of that right lane getting used up a little bit. Let's see what adjustments they make. Throwing a spare ball. Ooh, chopping the 3. Chops the one off the 3 pin. Yeah, Keegan starting his 5th frame. A little carries the 6. Scored him his 9. Gonna need a little score adjustment here. So Keegan on a strike, starting the 6th frame. In the right lane. That is further outside. He leaves a light pocket, 7-10. Gets the 10. Can't bounce it out for the 7.
All right, no, maybe you were right.
So strike here would keep it close. Yes. Good pocket shot there. So 2 in a row here would have him pull within 2 pins. See what he can do on the right lane here. Last shot on the left lane on 37 looked really good. That pulled. It's going to have to cross over and can't get that. So a spare here would get him 92. Oh. Gentle tap on the head pin there. So he is within 12 pins. Keegan playing the outside line there. It's a light mixer. Rips out the 4-7 again. I think we saw that in the previous match. Power and revs. He crosses over and gets the 9 off of the 3. His 8th frame. Got to shoot at a 9 pin for a spare. Or shoot at a 3 pin. And he makes that no problem. So Jackson playing a little catch up here. A strike here would help his cause. That's pulled a little bit. Comes in high. He's not going to trip the 3. And he'll get that for the spare. The spare in the 8th puts him at 121. So he'll shoot his 9th frame. And then Keegan will finish the game. Oh, he trips the 9. Oh, he trips the 9 out. It only scored a 9 for him, but we'll fix that. So keeping some pressure on Keegan. And puts it in the gutter on a spare. So that's going to hurt. That puts him 134 in the 8th. 131. Jackson's on a strike. Best he can do here is a spare, which he might need. That's a much better shot. Ooh, 409's it though. That's going to put him at 142, and he's got to finish the game on the right lane. So his 10th frame coming up, and he puts himself behind. So that's where the mental game comes into play. Just got to put that 9th frame behind you. Focus up on your 10th frame. Make the best shots that you can. And that's light pocket. Leaves a 2. Needs this spare to have any chance. And he makes that. So that puts him at 152. He will finish with a 159. So a mark here would win it. If my math's right. It is frequently not. But I think that is the case. So he's been pretty good about filling frames here. Oh. So one will tie it. And he will get one. So 159 to 159. Have to see what the rules are. All right, so we're doing another game. So the 159, 159. They're going to do it again. All right, Jackson starting off with a strike in his first frame. Bet he's wondering where that was one frame ago. But definitely a good start. And Keegan has gone down to the other side of the bowling center. Looks like he's going to make a ball change. Bold move, Cotton, making a ball change. But at least it's early in the game. So he might just, yeah, so he's going to make the thumb switch there. And just take a shot. Can't see what he switched to. Hard to see. And it's crossed over for him, left a 9-pin. So something that's reading earlier. It's definitely smoother and earlier for him. And he picks up that spare. That looks like a better shot. A little bit light, though. Leaves a 7. And taking a hook shot at that. Misses a little bit to the right. So we'll see if he's going to stick with that ball. And Jackson on the right lane for his second frame. Same ball, same line. 4, 6, 7. So that'll give Keegan some breathing room there. And Jackson just getting 1. We'll have to see if that plays into the match in the future. These guys are obviously tied the last match, so every pin counts. It's amazing to see after some of these tournaments, 15 games, 20 games, it can come down to just a pin or two. So 1 spare, even after 20 games, you don't know if that's going to make a difference or not. So Jackson crossing over in the third, leaving a 1-3-9. So just a strike shot here should take care of that. And that's what he's going to do. So good. That would have been a good first shot. But he covers the spare. And Keegan sticking with his ball change there, it looks like. And that crosses over for him. Catches a break. And Keegan making another ball change. I think going back to his first ball. And that's high crossover for a double. And Jackson crossing it. All right, so that's the line today. The crossover. These guys are playing outside, getting it to read, crossing over, getting a strike. So that line will go away at some point. But they've got 6 more frames here to try and make it work. And Jackson a little more inside, pulls it a little bit, goes to the nose, leaves a 6-10. And he gets the 6-10, so spare in the 5th frame. So Keegan stepping up, he's working on a double. He's had 2 crossovers. But if he can't find the pocket, he is going to be tough to beat right here. Playing the 1 board out there. Coming in a little light, leaving a 10. And they're going to hold on. Just a little bit outside. Whiffs the 10 pin into the gutter. So that puts him down by 1. He's going to take his 6th frame here. And that is light as well. Leaves a 10-pin messenger. Just lays in the gutter. Doesn't come back around. So he's got another shot at a 10-pin here. He should be able to pick this up. That's much better. And the crowd goes wild for the spare. So Jackson finishing the 6th frame. That's got a crossover, and he trips out the 6-pin. Lots of breaks here today. So that's going to put him up 11. And pulls that one a little bit, goes through the nose, leaves a 3-6-10. So not an easy spare to make. Looks like he's going to shoot at it a little bit straighter. Try and get a hook, and that is not going to work out. So he opens. So he hands it back to Keegan. Both with 2 opens here. And that's going to cross over and leaves a 5-pin. All right. And if he misses this, he's got to buy everyone drinks. I think that's the rule. But I don't expect him to miss this. And he's going to hook at it, and he gets it. 5-pin. So that'll fill the 7th frame. So he's at 114, potentially 124. He's about 12 up right now. And that's got a hold. And can't trip out. It crosses over. Can't trip out the 6-pin on that one. So that'll put him up by 11. And makes that spare. All right, so Jackson needs to fill these last 3 frames up. looks better. The ball deflects, though, and leaves a 5-pin. All right, and he picks that up. So he is down by 11 with 2 frames to go. Barring any of the craziness that we had in the last 2 frames of the last game. Barring any of that. Jackson's going to need a strike here in the 9th. And that is not going to do it. Crossing over again, leaving a 6-pin. So definitely needs to pick this up. And hope for a little help from Keegan. So Keegan will finish his 9th and 10th, and then Jackson will finish his 10th frame. So Keegan on the right lane, crossing over, tripping out a 5-10. So there he goes, crossing over, getting the right wall messenger, tripping out a 5-10. That's going to give him a much more breathing room. So Jackson can strike out for 181. So a mark here would essentially shut out Jackson. But we'll see. He's 1 for 2 on 10 pins in this game. And he will make this one. And he knew that that was important. So 8 will... Well, 9 will shut him out. And there he goes. And that shuts the door on Jackson, guaranteeing the win for Keegan. A little higher score than the last game. It's good to see 183. And Jackson will crossover strike here. And it is over and done with. Scoring wise. Oh, he can't get the messenger to slide over. He leads the 6-10. So this spare will put him in the 170s. And he'll make it for 171. So that's the final game. 183 to 171. Keegan over Jackson. This might be the 3rd victory this season for Keegan. So he's bowling definitely outstandingly. Doing a great job. And I think a few of these bowlers, I know Keegan and Brady are going to the SYC in Orlando this weekend. So definitely tune in to see them there. And with that, we will go ahead and shut it down. Thank you for joining us for the Roto Grip Sport Challenge here at USA Bowl in Dallas, Texas. So next week, we will be off. We'll be in SYC Orlando, but we try and live stream every week, every Saturday, starting sometime during qualifying around 10:30 or 11, and then we'll cover match play live. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.